said before that case studies consistently rank as the top 3 or top 5 most effective marketing methods, to actually convert prospects in the decision-making process. But how exactly do you do that? And what different ways can you do to leverage all the work that you put into a case study? That is what we're covering today. Hi, B2B marketers. Welcome back to another episode. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Ayelet Weisz, and this channel is all about giving you practical tips and strategies that you can actually implement, especially if you're in an industry that is all about the most important people in the organization, like customers and teams, where you are dealing with really complex buying processes, but you also have such a great opportunity to make an actual difference on the way that companies do business, and you can prove that difference that you make with case studies. So let's just really quickly today go through a few ways that you can leverage case studies in your marketing, so you just have a quick list and you can just get going. So today's list based on 21 interviews that I conducted with experts from all around the planet a few years ago, and I have a whole a roundup on my blog. It's probably around 9,000 words, so I'm gonna leave a link to that in the description below, but I thought I would give you a summarized version of that, so you can just take it and run with it. Of course, the most obvious way is that case studies help you increase sales and lifetime value of your customers, because really when you say that your product is so great and you know it and you've seen it make a difference for people's lives and companies, and you've seen maybe a team feeling much more fulfilled thanks to your product, or feeling much more heard, or any of that, that's one thing that you say it, but when a customer says it, then that's credible, right? Not to mention the fact that we are connecting with people through case studies on a human level, because we have a person that humanizes, that we're featuring, we're interviewing, and they humanize our brand, and they humanize our company and our story and our product, right? But the second thing is that it is a story. You have a hero's journey. You have a challenge. Somebody had a challenge and then they overcame it. And they overcame it thanks to your product, but it's about them. They're the hero. They overcame it. They saw results, and your audience that's sitting there and reading that or watching that, they really relate, because they are where this customer used to be, right? They are where they used to be, and they want to take the same action, and they're worried, will it help? Won't it help? And here's somebody that they can really relate to, and they can say oh my gosh, okay, I'm in the same position. If it helped them, it's gonna help me too. And because you connect to people emotionally, because we have talked about this before in this channel. I'm gonna leave a link somewhere here on the screen or below in the description box, that when we market in B2B, we still market to human beings. The people that buy from us are still human. They still have emotions, and those emotions still play a big deal, a big part in their decision-making process, okay? So when we share stories that, maybe sometimes you're a smaller startup, or your product is new in the industry, maybe you're a big company, but maybe this is new for you, right? Look, we have an audience. And maybe this is new for you, for your company. You're launching a new type of product, a new type of service, and you want to compete with industry giants. Maybe you want to position yourself as an authority, or your company as an authority, by bringing actual people and actual companies that have used your product or your service and they have seen success. You get to position yourself as the authority, because yes, it's their journey, it's their story, it's their success, but they succeeded thanks to your product or service. It really is one of the best ways to build that trust. It really is, because you connect with your audience emotionally, and at the same time you show them actual results, maybe even numbers if you have that, or percentages. That's really, really great. But you have that emotional connection first, where that you can build trust that way, and then you reaffirm it with the numbers. And one of the reasons that it helps increase lifetime value and not just sales is because it shows your audience or even your current customers that are maybe thinking of upgrading or getting an upsell or any of that, or just continuing. Maybe they're not sure whether they want to continue with the company or not because maybe they're not optimizing success. Well, by hearing or reading like what other companies have done, companies in their situation have done to deal with similar challenges, they get ideas. They start to understand what is possible out there and what is possible for them as well. And maybe they have a challenge that they have not reached out to you about, but they read about, and you read in your case study that, hey, this company experienced the same challenge, and then they reached out to the team, and oh my gosh, it helped them, and they reached their desired results, maybe even better than their desired results, And you know what? Case studies don't only help with customers or prospects. They also help internally in the company. First of all, you can build brand advocates inside your company. People do such a better job, and they're much more engaged and committed to their own job and their own company when they feel like they make a difference. And the difference could be, that we create water from the air. I had a client like that. They have technology that creates water from the air, and that is amazing. But maybe your company, what you do is you help and you educate other companies maybe about doing a more human customer service, right? Higher quality. So that when people talk to their customer service, they feel heard. They feel the empathy. They go out and have a better day in their life. And it's all thanks to what you're doing in your marketing or with your product. Maybe you have a product that does that. And for you to share that with your team, right? It's suddenly not just, oh, we have this business product. Oh, it's just a product for contact centers. No, it's a product that makes an actual difference. Customers feel more heard. Agents in the contact center maybe get less yelled at because they're talking to happier customers, and then the customers are happier as well. And so many people just have a better day-to-day, everyday life, And when you share that, then people that, first of all, work in your company, first of all, they're gonna want to engage more in their own work. Second of all, when they talk to people about their work, they're gonna talk about it differently and about their company. And when they talk to potential other talent that wants to work in your company, they're gonna talk about it completely differently once they know the impact that they actually make. If you want to know more ways to increase ROI with case studies, I have another video on that, so I'm going to link it somewhere here on the screen. So make sure you check it out, and I'll see you there in a second.